Let me tell you the truth, dear comrades, about what has been happening within the whole continent of Africa. That we always face challenges, although we have leaders. Leaders we have, but they do not work properly according to the way how they are supposed to do. That's why we always face challenges. And sometimes the Caucasians, who were our former colonizers, have been getting chance to start talking about the whole continent of Africa, especially to the countries where majority have been always suffering. For example, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Tanzania, as well as other related African independent states. So we always face challenges because our leaders have totally been engaging on their own private activities. And some of the leaders have been engaging in money laundering, in money fraudulence, as well as in corruption. They corrupt and sometimes they steal money from different sources. For example, from the banks, they steal those money and then they go to deposit them to their private banks. We remain bankrupt, we as innocent civilians. We suffer every day although we have leaders. But we can start asking ourselves, interrogating different questions, that why do we always actually attend to the elections? We are being asked as well as told to attend to the polling stations, to go to vote for different contestants who may later become to be our leaders. So what have they been planning every day? So if they have been begging us, requesting us to attend to the polling stations, to go to vote for them so that they can become to be our leaders, we have been facing many challenges, and we have been deceiving ourselves, cheating ourselves that we are now free in our countries. Are we really free, or maybe we have been just cheating each other that we are free? Where is the freedom of Africa? So we got only a few freedom fighters who emerged in the embryonic periods, such as Julius Kambarage Nyerere, the late Osagevi Kwame Nkrumah, Thomas Sankara, Patrice Emery Lumumba, Nelson Madiba Mandela, Jomo Kenyatta, Samora Moses Machel, and Robert Mugabe. Those were the true actors who emerged on our continent. They managed to uproot the colonial regime. But the leaders who have remained within this current contemporary, they are not totally dealing with what they are supposed to do. That's why we always cry, and we have been facing many challenges. And if our leaders see that we have been afflicted by a very numerous number of challenges, they do not care. And when they hear the Caucasians, who were our former colonizers, talk about the continent of Africa, our leaders may sometimes start talking that our internal affairs have begun to be interrupted by the foreigners who are not supposed to talk anything about the continent of Africa. It's not true for our leaders to start talking about that one. The Caucasians have the right way to speak or to talk about the continent of Africa. If our leaders have been becoming weak, they don't even think about what they are supposed to do. It's true for the foreigners to start talking about the continent of Africa. So we have remained with leaders who have been stealing our properties, who have been stealing our money, who have been misusing our natural resources. And they have only remained to be safeguarding their families. There are those who are others who have been appointed to be representing us to the UN's meetings, as well as to the AU's meetings, as well as conferences. But what have they been talking there? What have they been representing us there as our leaders? They are representing us for nothing. So they don't tell the truth about what the whole continent of Africa is facing challenges. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, civilians who are innocent people have been dying every day. They have been killed by the rebels from Rwanda, from Uganda. Nobody cares. Presidents are there, they are exploiting our resources, inclusively the present situation which has been arising within our country, Tanzania. Nobody cares. We have members of parliament. What have they been doing? So what do they represent for us? Instead, leaders have been totally engaging in corruption. They use money during the general election, even in local authorities elections. They try to use cheating ways in order to corrupt. They are corrupt leaders because they have forgotten each and everything which they promised during the campaign periods. So majority have been dying. Because we die because we do not have food, we die because we do not have clothes, we die because we do not have shelter. And we do not have anyone who can actually